Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Summer Fresh. Real food you can feel good about every day. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Del Manor, Inspired Retirement Living. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Melita. Join the pursuit for better coffee.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Access Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just a short drive north of Toronto, Vaughan is the ideal destination for your next road trip adventure. Go to visitvaughan.ca.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the semi-final of the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts Championship, brought to you by Curl On. We are coming to you live from the Thornhill Club in Thornhill, Ontario. My name is Mary Chilvers, and I am joined today by Janet Murphy. Good morning, Janet.
Good morning, Mary. Great to be here. Looking forward to some really good curling this morning.
Yeah, so what we as mentioned, this is the semi-final game of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. I'm just going to quickly introduce the teams to you. We have Team Sherry Middaugh, which is actually Team Duncan. Sherry has actually been sparing for this team this week. And with Sherry is Julie Tippin, Megan Balson, and Tess Bobby. And they will be playing against Carly Howard, Stephanie Matheson, Grace Holyoke, and Justin Murphy. So I was looking at their game against each other, Janet, and it was Sherry that took that game.
Yeah, I wasn't here to watch it live yesterday, but I tried to catch some updates, and yeah, it looks like the Howard team didn't have one of their best games. I know they've had a number of games that they've controlled throughout the week, but they've lost a couple, and they've lost them to the two teams that are advancing with them through the playoffs.
Okay.
So they'll have their work cut out for them this morning.
Yes.
To try and flip that result.
Yeah, yesterday in the last round robin game, it was pretty interesting. There were quite a few scenarios of what could happen in terms of tiebreakers and all that, but quite often we think that's going to happen, and then it just turns out that there's no tiebreakers at all.
That's right. Yeah, I, as I said, wasn't here live yesterday, but was trying to figure out all the scenarios. Of course, I have a personal attachment here to the Murphy team. Not only is my daughter on the team, I've also played on this team and have worked with them over the past few years. So I'll try not to let my bias show.
Well, this is Yeah, so here we go. Sherry did earn hammer because she beat the Howard team in the round robin.
Mm-hmm.
Hair tight. Keep it out there.
So
Keep it out there.
knowing this team as I do, I'm expecting that they're throwing a tight center guard to start this end. And based on how the team's sweeping the rock, I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of, obviously a lot of games on this sheet, but we've seen a lot of the teams approaching the first ends with this tactic. One team throws the tight center and the other team comes around, and we end up with quite a bit of play in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, starting to get better, starting to curl. Yep. Only if you have to. Room. Okay.
So the Middaugh team will want this rock to stop somewhere in the top 8 foot, but it looks like Tess's
good.
rock's going to slide a bit deep.
13.45.
And
Yeah. That's good, Tess.
And I've seen, I've been watching many games here this week on this sheet, and this is what I've seen quite a bit is the lead rocks going behind the tee line. And I'm not quite sure about that because these teams have 7-minute practice out here and lots of time to get that draw weight. So it's been surprising to me.
yeah, the Howard team had second practice, so the Tess wouldn't have thrown for a few minutes, but I know teams always watch the other team's practices as well.
Keep going. Good sweep. Good sweep.
Well swept, and that's a nice rock.
Yeah, I like here, Tess. Yeah, if you get the front, fine.
So they're playing
Backline.
a very controllable weight, just a heavy draw backline weight, recognizing that rock's mostly buried. That gives them a bit of room if Tess is close to the guard, that it probably won't remove it from play since it is the 5 rock, still in the
Right.
5 rock free guard zone. She's definitely on the top rock. It's just
She
a matter
is.
of how far it does move.
Carly will try to sweep that out, and it's going to go out. So that rock is going to have to go back
Yeah.
where it was. I think she maybe had,
Quarter.
I don't know, too much weight on that, Janet, because she really clunked that guard.
Yeah, and Sherry did
Okay, come
suggest that she didn't give her enough ice as well, so she
Yeah.
took some ownership for that from the broom placement. So a combination. So we have Grace Holyoke throwing second rocks for this team,
Top 4.
and
Tee line. Okay.
Grace is a former 2-time Ontario junior champ, and out of juniors, she and Jess finished juniors the same year, and although not playing together in juniors, teamed up once they moved into ladies.
Just ticks the front one. That one, too, had a lot of weight on it, Janet.
Yeah.
Okay. Try and run it through. It might jam, but run through. Peel. We want a high side. Yep. Straight peel's fine too.
So Sherry's not liking that guard out there. It's time to remove that now that she can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Nice
beauty.
shot.
That's
a
a
really
great
great
shot.
shot.
She cleans up the front and
Leaves themselves a corner guard.
yes.
Just a bit around.
Close to the center's probably okay too, hey?
Yep.
So the Howard team would be happy getting a force out of this end, and for that reason are choosing to come around and sort of half tuck or cut the corner guard. They're not looking to fully bury behind that corner guard, but just get in the way so that the Middaugh team
Okay,
can't
line's
use it
good.
themselves.
Copy, line's good. 7.
Well then.
Coming off of it.
Okay. Line's good.
7, 8. Line's great.
Whoa.
So they're calling for a 7-8
Whoa,
in weight,
whoa.
which is like T-line to back 4, and that's not really what
gotta
they're
go.
looking for. So
You gotta go.
got to be careful here.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
So they didn't manage to get it tucked under the guard, although the weight ended up
Like
being
here.
okay.
Try and
It's
stay here.
just edge to edge behind that guard, but
Yep. Yep.
so Megan's
Whoa.
showing second rocks this
Whoa.
week with this
Sorry,
team.
Julie. Julie.
But on the regular lineup,
Right
she
up.
is
You
in
got it.
third position, but with
Okay,
Holly
people, if you can.
on
Very
I
nice.
guess mat leave
Nice weight, Megan.
and
Good pair.
Rachel, the
Wasn't
second
sure.
on mat leave. They've brought in their alternate Julie Tippin to third position and Sherry as a spare.
Weight's good.
So Stephanie playing the hit here. Definitely wants to stick around in the rings. If she rolls out, Sherry could go around the corner or just hit and try to blank out the end.
Good. Like a 9-5. Double and stay. 9-5, Julie. Okay.
So going for the double here.
That'll go, make a double here would go a long way to letting the team blank out the end.
Whoa, clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Close, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Great.
And
Very
that's
nice.
nicely made
No problem.
and kept her shooter in the rings as well.
Shall I get intern?
Yeah, I like the intern.
Okay.
What kind of weight?
Same? Hair more maybe out here?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for the teams as well, with only one game being played.
Yeah.
Definitely some different air patterns and temperature, and they may see the ice reacting somewhat differently than it has throughout round robin play. But
Still 10.
It's coming off.
unfortunately,
Come on,
I think
come
this
on,
one's
come
going to
on,
roll
come on.
out.
Sit.
Good
Nice.
job.
Oh, stays
Stays.
in. Wow.
Okay.
Carly, you could hear her
I
saying,
like a
stay in,
9.
stay in, stay in.
Yeah.
Really wanting that rock to stay in play and keep the Middaugh team away from that corner guard on the other side of the sheet.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, clean.
Yep.
Whoa, clean. Clean. Nice. Nice throws, Julie.
Okay.
Levin. Yours came up nice, eh, Steph?
Yeah, mine's so nice too.
So Carly, I heard saying 11, so that's the time that she would like to throw between the two hog lines, and that's a very controllable weight. That's
Right.
something I know this team, from talking with them and watching them play this week, has really employed in order to bring the brushers into play and manage the stones.
Whoa.
Well, you know, and to get on fairly quick ice, here's this one's out a little bit here, but
Keep going, keep
yeah,
going,
the
keep
reason they
going.
like to throw that down weight is so that this doesn't happen, is a rollout, because there's a lot of action on this ice and with these rocks. That one, I think Carly just got a little outside the broom,
a little full.
but that now leaves Sherry an
Okay,
opportunity.
front of the tee line.
She could still actually score
tuck
2
a
points
piece.
in this end if she can get this one
do you
around the
think?
corner guard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Just can't hop it. It's got to kind of take that curl. Yeah.
We're going to put a clock on this one, Mary. Haven't seen a draw since the beginning of the end.
So first rock for Sherry Middaugh. Middaugh team has hammer in the first end here.
Line's good. Room. Room.
Room.
Lots of room. Lots of
Coming
room.
now,
Getting
coming
better. Wall room still. Just Megan.
Megan only.
Just Megan.
Okay,
Well
well,
then,
So
whoa.
that rock timed at 14.9.
Should be good.
So that's great weight. Keeping it above the tee line.
guys.
And there won't be.
Nice pace.
That was a great shot by Sherry. You can see a sliver of that, and she left it in front of the tee line. Looks like Carly thinks she can get at this with some kind of a
Hack weight, I heard her say.
tap kind of a weight.
Just watch it on the
Problem with this is she needs to tap it right out, because if she doesn't, she's going to be rolling into the open, and that's going to be a pretty easy shot for Sherry to take two.
That's right.
She could actually, Janet, just freeze to this. I know that's a tough shot.
It is. But yeah, I think it's the one that you feel the most confident where to put the broom, and yeah, I wouldn't mind a freeze here.
Yeah, yeah.
So Steph out of hand is indicating it's a bit up, closer to board than hack, which means if they do make contact, they should be able to remove it from
Yes.
the rings.
Hard, you got it. Hard, keep going.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to do the job. Just a bit too much weight.
Too much weight, yeah. Yeah, I do think, Janet, because you could hardly see any of that rock, I do think maybe the freeze was the call. Because like I said, you had to, if you're going to play that shot, you have to remove it, or it's an easy two for
A bit
Sherry.
more ice, but it should be about the same speed, do you think?
Anyway, so last rock for Sherry, and she's got a draw here just to hit the paint.
Felt like the same. Easy.
Out of hand,
I did
Sherry
extend.
likes it, and
did
she's given
extend.
that
Line's
information
good.
to her sweepers, and they'll just judge.
Not curling. There we go. Easy.
That rock's sliding a little bit, but given its first end,
Should
probably
be
should grab in the house.
okay.
Justin's giving it a
Ooh.
good go. Just
Wow,
enough.
just makes it. So 2 points for Sherry Middaugh here in the first end. Scores 2-0, and we'll be back in a moment.
Thank you to our gold sponsor, Del Manor, Inspired Retirement Living. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Melita. Join the pursuit for better coffee.
Okay, end number 2 here in the semifinal of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, with two points put on the board here for Sherry Middaugh on the first end. So what do you see here in the second? You know this team pretty well, Janet.
Yeah, so
Line's
Sherry
good.
called her first rock in to the top of the 4 foot,
Line's good.
and I would expect that we'll see a corner guard
Okay, breaking
from
now. We're
the
gonna
Howard
overcurl a
team.
bit.
They'll make an early attempt at setting up their 2, but recognizing if it doesn't work out, they're probably going to bail
Yeah.
and try and start again next end. Now Tessa's lighter than they would have liked, although she's in the rings. It's much higher than they would have liked, and definitely the corner guard will be called.
Yes, yes.
Line's good.
Close, halfway. There.
Okay, line's good.
3,
Well then.
2,
No.
3.
Line's good. Going now.
Just halfway.
Yeah, if you can a bit.
These
Yeah.
are tough to throw early in the game because the
Yeah.
ice is so fast.
Get over there, get
So
over
that's
there.
a very nice corner guard by Jess.
So Sherry's going to tap that rock and accomplish 2 things. One, advance it closer to the 4 foot, but also if she gets it right on the nose, the rock will be out of the rings and therefore in the free guard zone, and the Howard team won't be able to move it from play at this point.
Bit of room.
Same weighted.
Room.
a twofer.
Looks hot.
2 for, yeah.
Looks hot.
I don't know. I'm not crazy about this call only because taps are
So hard.
so hard. You have to make them perfect in terms of weight and
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's
Okay. Nice
the
weight,
problem.
Jeff. All
She's
right.
now neither rock is on the center line.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Howard team wants, to rocks to be a little more spread out. So
So she's asked, Carly's asking Jess here to make the double on those 2 rocks. And that will, if this rock is successful, they'll have a rock in the rings, plus they'll still have their corner guard, which can't be removed from play yet.
Hard. Hard.
9.5.
Hard. 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 You gotta go. right out, right out, right out, right out, right out.
Nice shot by Jess.
Really good shot. Leads
Right
don't
here.
often throw the doubles.
That's right, yeah.
But Jess did skip and throw last rock for this team for a couple of seasons.
I like
but
here.
they've sort of switched it up as they're moving
Or
forward
you like,
due to some work commitments
yeah.
and different thoughts the team had. So this is the first time testing out this new lineup, and it seems to be working well for them.
Has Carly done a lot of skipping in the past?
She did through university.
whoa, right now. Whoa.
I think skip at the Laurier team for most of her time there, and I think was quite successful in the university play. Yeah, I think she's definitely filled in the skip position. When I played with this team, we had her as an alternate, and she did some filling in at all the positions. I think she's a really accomplished player and fits in with any team very nicely.
Well, she is a Howard.
Yeah,
Mine's good.
she's heard about that curling game before.
Yes.
Room. Whoa. Top 8.
So coming around the corner
Go,
guard
girl.
here. This is a great chance for
Yeah,
Carly's team to try to get a couple of points.
the weight is good, and they're trying to have the rock travel for curl. They got it partially buried, but not as much as they would have liked.
Okay.
But great weight from Grace.
like
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Pretty straight here,
So
though.
the setup's fairly good for the Howard team right now, because any of the rocks that are in play are, as you said earlier, are off the center line.
Yeah.
And play to the wings is
Whoa,
always
easy.
your
Whoa,
preferred
Tess.
when you have hammer.
Hard, Tess. You gotta finish it. Hard.
So Megan on release, I think felt she was sliding a bit tight of the broom, and she sort of fed it back.
it back,
You heard Sherry mentioned that. And I've noticed with this ice surface,
like that?
any kind of outward motion really holds the rock straight. And teams
You like that?
can't really
Top it big.
affect hits with the
Back 8.
carving of the rocks. So
Right.
oftentimes the rocks don't come up.
So what do you like here? She's calling a tap split.
So I don't mind it. It's just, again, a really, really precise shot. You need your weight to be heavier than a regular draw, and you want to keep those rocks as far apart as you can.
That's right.
And it's hard to roll a lot with the draw weight. Grace has done a great job of getting that rock now tapped in behind the corner.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
It's,
good.
it's a great shot. Yeah.
Yeah, like
So if the Middaugh team does hit this and roll, they're going to not be shot
like even
rock,
half and half.
but they're trying to kind of cut off that path so the Howard team
Gotta
can't
make
put
sure we
more
stick
rocks
around.
behind their corner guard. And also maybe set up something for later in the end if they need to make a play on a blue rock, moving it back into that shot rock. So
Whoa, close, yeah!
So we've seen most of the play this way with the out turn. This is our first in turn coming down here, and it seems to really be curling for them. So Sherry tried to make an audible there at the end and thinking she might be able to make the double, but that rock was curling but didn't curl quite enough to make that second call.
Well, this is a really nice opportunity now. If you can sink another one behind that corner guard, you're looking at a possible 3 in this end. So pretty big shot here for Steph.
It's her first draw of the game, so let's see. So out of hand, the sweepers are suggesting it's close to T line.
Whoa, room!
It's just kind of cleaning it in. I think the weight's in the ballpark.
No bounce.
So that's a 15.
Yep.
So that suggests it should be somewhere around the T line. So I think they need to make sure that those rocks don't get grouped.
That's unfortunate. Just a little too much weight and bounces off, but
Yep.
yeah, if Sherry could get an inside roll here, that's going to make things a little tougher for the Howard team.
Clean. Clean, yep. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Curlin, Ted. Whoa. Curlin. Whoa. Good.
Yeah, the ideal roll here would have been to go back behind that yellow one, but she can't do that now with the way the rocks are. So, so Carly's called to roll behind the other one. I would even be, you're fine to roll way over. You don't even really have to be behind the blue rock. Just roll and get your 2 rocks spread. You're now kind of playing for a 2-ender here.
Exactly.
Whoa, straight. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
And roll it right over.
Yeah, I get that. Get it away.
Yeah.
So at this point, the Middaugh team just needs to recognize that hitting the open rock is the safe
Megan
call.
did come up a
They're going to
little
try
bit,
and roll a bit behind,
so just be
maybe be
careful.
able to get shot in behind their own blue one.
Yeah.
But they're not prepared to do anything
I have a
that
bit
would
of air.
risk
Not a
giving
lot.
up more than the 2 that the Howard team is currently sitting.
Yeah, and that's why this the yellow rock there, that roll was important to get it even rolled more over, because Sherry actually, I think she can get shot rock with the inside roll, and that wouldn't be good for the Howard team
No.
because it would also be partially buried. So just a little learning lesson there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Close. Whoa.
She's definitely going to have
whoa.
contact. The sweepers are just kind of cleaning it in, but
Curling. No.
so she did manage to get shot, and she's partially covered, but
Yeah, she can see most of the rock, and a roll is not important now. You just want to hit and sit in there for hope to score your 2 points. So,
yeah, ideally, hit with that board weight, hit half a rock and roll it back into the 12-foot. Sherry will hit it,
she will hit it, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
and then you'll have a shot for your 2. And
Yeah.
These are tricky though, Janet, because it's to the wings. All the curl seems to be sort of at the end. You got to throw just a nice takeout weight on this to try to keep the roll in the rings.
Yeah.
So it's not. This isn't an easy shot.
no, it's not a gimme, and
No.
the visual isn't great with that rock.
Yeah.
The rock in front of it.
Yes.
So. But I think weight to broom and.
Easy early. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close.
It's got nice weight on it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Grace is indicating that it's very controlled weight.
Yeah.
The sweepers are just
Hard, you got it,
managing
hold
it in.
You got it, you got it, you got it. Keep going.
There's not going to be a lot of roll because there wasn't a lot of weight, but good spot.
So that's a great shot. Unfortunately, they could have, they could have even rolled it more. They needed to roll it way over because now Sherry does
Have that
have
hit and
another
roll back.
chance
Yeah.
to
Yeah. If that
roll
rock-
behind the guard and shot.
Agreed, yeah.
So,
Just,
Okay. Same roll. Yeah, same weight.
I think had Carly thrown the board
Oh,
weight
okay.
she
Yeah,
talked
certainly
about, that
no
was
left
probably
then.
closer to hack. Hitting it where she did, she would have rolled into the 12-foot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but they needed to all be aware of that at that point. That the weight was down a bit, so they could have actually sweeped for the straight on that one and get the roll more. But we'll see what Sherry does here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
so out of hand, Sherry thinks she has.
Close. Throw it, curl it. Whoa. Yeah, curl it. No, yeah. Turn. No roll. Whoa, whoa.
That was a very nice hit and roll. There's a lot of confusion there, hug line in with the brushing.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Couple different line calls happening.
Yeah, so she just overrolled a little bit. I mean, it's a great shot, and Carly's going to have to make a play on it, but she can, you know, she can get at that with a kind of just a tap back weight, just to move it back 12-ish to get her 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah, this rock doesn't have to get out of the rings, just out of the
Yeah.
apron.
Think of hair less. Okay. Okay.
And really important for the Howard team here. I know they desperately want their 2 points here, but you got to make sure you at least get one. So
Getting by that guard is going to be the key to that.
Clean.
So they're saying hack out of hand, which is a bit more than
this
they
is
had
going to
planned.
move a bit here.
Yeah, it's really moving towards the guard. I don't know if Grace is doing a great
Oh,
shot.
I think she's
job
by.
holding
She's
it.
got a
She
great
is
shot.
by. Yeah, what a
Beautiful
nice shot.
by Carly. Really nice shot. So 2
Well
points
swept,
for the
too.
Howard team. Ties this game at 2 apiece, and we'll be back in a moment.
Good about every day. Thank you to our silver sponsor, Judy Manning Sales Representative with Johnson & Daniel, a division of Royal LePage Real Estate Services Limited Brokerage, manning your real estate needs.
Well, Janet, first 2 ends have been entertaining here so far.
Yeah, lots of good shots being made. Seems like both teams are getting a handle on how the ice is playing today.
Yeah.
So we're back to where we started 2 ends ago.
Yep.
Tie game, and Middaugh team has hammer. And similar setup to end 1. Jess through the center guard, and Sherry's asking Jess and Tess, to come around. She was a little heavy here in the first end, if you recall.
Yep.
Where they really ideally like this is just fully in the top 8, maybe biting the top 4. Her line is excellent. But her weight's just a bit heavier than they would have liked.
Hey.
But, man, did that one curl by the guard.
It did. I'm wondering if she had the appropriate weight, would that have even gotten around the guard?
So I just heard one of the players talking and trying to find her rock. So when we're in playoff situations, such as we are today, teams are allowed to take rocks from any of the sheets that have been used in the competition, and they get an opportunity. They would have had an opportunity last night to go out onto the surface and match rocks and choose which pairs they wanted for today. So I would assume, since these teams had, I'm not sure because I wasn't here yesterday, but the teams had the same record. So most likely Middaugh had choice of hammer.
She did.
And therefore the Howard team had choice of color.
Yeah.
And obviously chose yellow, and then picked their favorite yellow pairs from.
Yeah, you can pick from any of the sheets. You can mismatch them all up. You don't have to take a set. So.
Line's good. Line's good. Hard.
That was a great draw by Jess, actually.
It was.
We talked about rocks instead. But
Okay, leave it there and we can use it. Yeah, that's good, Tess.
the Howard team came up just a bit
Wider line, so I think
short.
that's a good spot. Pardon? Either one.
That rock is very usable for the Middaugh team as the end progresses. But
Yeah. So I don't mind this call. Just get another one in there. If you could freeze it right on top of your own yellow one, then at least with, Middaugh runs that one in while you still
Room right now.
you have another one in there. So
Room. Slaughter line.
The
Go to the back one if you can.
this one's got some
Can you go to the
curling to
back
do.
yeah, it's not going to end up in the line that they want, and the weight
You gotta go top 12.
is wow. That really ran a lot straighter
It
in the
did.
path that the Leeds Rock took. Sherry recognizing that that center guard is not her
3/4.
friend, so she's going to remove it from play and try and run
Gonna be
the
pretty
yellow
straight.
back to the blue to the yellow. Megan made a great double in the first end,
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa.
we'll see if she can
Whoa,
replicate that.
close. Hard. Still
Oh
right,
my,
Megan.
that was so close.
It was, I'm not sure I liked that call though, Janet, about playing the double off that blue, like trying to get rid of that blue. And I if I'm blue, I kind of like having
Yeah.
that blue rock
Yeah,
there. So
early
I
in
might
the
have-
end like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so. She could have used that rock, so I might have peeled the other way.
2-3. Straight side. A little bit.
So the Howard team's
Yep.
just going to guard that yellow and keep the Middaugh team busy peeling guards. This rock's curling probably a little more than they'd like. But she did cover the quote-unquote correct side of the rock by a
Yes,
little
she
bit.
did. Yeah.
I mean, we're probably gonna jam here. Well, I don't mind trying to get to nose just with back line. Maybe keep this one here. Okay, just back line. Back 12. Try and get to nose. You got it.
So Sherry realizes she can't really remove that rock. So all she wants to do is really just remove it from the 4-foot area. She's got hammers, so she's just going to play like a back line and tap that one back and maybe sit right in front of it. And
Make it difficult for the
Yeah.
Howard team to remove subsequently.
Whoa, 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 close. Whoa, curling
Hey,
test.
they're showing more weight than they want call.
Whoa, whoa, Tess, you gotta keep going.
And they're kind of, again, playing a bit of an audible. The yellow should go back onto the blue.
Okay.
This is a big break for the Howard team. If she,
Like the board at this side.
Steph can hit and roll in behind those guards, they'll be laying two under cover.
yeah, that's why Sherry wanted just a little less weight and just to hit more of the rock and stay right there with it rolling into the open. Now it's like you say, this is a big chance
Yep.
for Stephanie Matheson to make this hit and roll.
Wait, right. Hard line. You really gotta go.
It's
This one's
really
really
curling,
moving.
however.
Yeah.
I think at best they're getting to nose. It was nice weight, just not.
Yeah.
So that
Rather
roll
draw?
for Sherry now actually isn't
play that.
as nice as it could have been because she wouldn't be
Lisa, you
shot.
open up the back one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Anything high.
Yeah.
So not liking how the
That look good,
front is
really?
set up. Sherry wants to get rid of both of these yellows and create some space
Yeah.
for later on in the end when they need to score.
Just gets the one.
Yeah.
Things are getting a little
Yeah.
busy at the front there,
Just
Janet.
guard the hole.
Sure
Try
are.
to sneak one in here.
Yeah, whatever you see.
I feel like the ice might be curling a
gotta
little
come
more
off
than
of it,
both teams
too.
are expecting.
Yes.
There's a lot of sweeping.
She's opening front.
And I think we've seen over curls from both teams.
On
this
the
end.
hits,
on
yeah,
the
which
hits,
is kind of
so.
unusual. The outside, even the outside in with the nice weight, you're seeing a lot more curl, especially hog line in.
More, yeah. I'm okay with that.
So I think the call here is a draw slash chisel.
Yes.
I think they're, if the rock travels on the path they like, they're going to just play a straight top 4 draw.
You gotta go early. Yes.
They're heavy and they're sweeping
Whoa, you're already on the guard.
for
Whoa.
line,
Yep.
and this rock has curled much earlier than they expected. So Carly's playing an audible.
Yes.
Tap that one up and
Yep,
sort
yep,
of
yep,
roll
yep, yep, yep,
a little
yep,
bit
yep, yep.
more towards the center line.
Okay.
So the weight was what they were looking for. Just totally different flight path than they were
Getting caught in the
expecting.
curl, Jen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're sitting quite nicely,
Mhm.
the Howard team. They don't have hammer in this end, and
Try and run it through here.
things are not
You
looking
get
great
that one
for the
fine.
Middaugh people, so Sherry's going to have to figure something out here to clean things up.
Yeah, so it looks like she's trying to play a double off of those top 2, which would leave her not shot rock, but in a very nice position in behind a lot of cover.
Yeah, there's a triple here, I believe, if she could.
Oh,
She's over curling. Got to. So that's better. Better. And it leaves their own rock out there if they
What's mine?
may choose to use it or
Kinda
need
like
to
in
use
here,
it,
I
depending on
think.
what
She's gonna keep
Carly's
running
going to
it.
do here.
I think just top 12. Yep. No.
sorry, I missed that call totally on the last one. I thought she was playing the rock in the rings.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Just
but you're right. There was a triple.
there was a triple, but
Yeah.
so now, the good news for Sherry is she has a couple of blue rocks out
hard
the
to get
front
under that?
that she may need to use. And Carly's going to try to come around that center line blue one. And
Okay, little more.
honestly,
Go right
if
to
she
each
can leave it even with the
Ready?
other 2 yellows,
Yeah,
doesn't
then
want
that,
to go
yeah.
deep and
Yeah.
give Sherry any kind of a run
just
back
tuck under
and
that blue
to
and
sit
then
shot.
lock. She's
If she leaves it even with those other yellows, Sherry has run backs, but she won't be shot rock.
That's
so.
right. Yeah, and I did hear Carly saying she's just looking to, even just be full 12 foot with this rock.
Yep.
Mostly she's just looking to
Kind of blocking off the
get
run.
the blue,
Yeah.
get in the way of the blue.
Line's good. Wider than Steph. Line's good.
Line's really good.
Straight, close. Yep. Straight. Yep.
They like the
Hard
line,
line. Hard line.
and though it is curling,
Hard. You still got it. Clean. Room. Curl. Whoa. Yep. Can you go all the way in? Yep. Good sweep.
Not too deep.
not too deep,
Looks
girls.
like it's gonna break.
That's a lovely line,
Which double?
but a little deeper. But I mean, they were sweeping for
Actually, if
line,
you can do that
Yeah.
and therefore
double.
it carried a bit longer than
Yeah.
they wanted it to.
And then
But
roll the shooter. Neva's gonna come up, get the other double. Yep.
so Sherry's
Okay.
looking to
Three-quarters,
play
really?
a
Yeah.
run
Okay.
on the blue rock, like we talked about, and she's hoping to double out
3/4.
2 of them.
Get the double
Yes.
on your side, Meg. And then Tess, if you can take the shooter. Okay. Yeah.
Well, she's
Touch more, please. This will come up. Yep.
she's got to make it, because if she doesn't, the Howard team can really make life difficult for her
Yeah.
on her last shot. So Sherry Middaugh's first shot here in the third end, playing the run back double.
Yep. Yes! Hard!
It's curling more than she
Whoa,
wanted
other
it to, but I
double.
mean, it's hard to. It's going to hit something. So she did make contact with the one that Carly had just thrown, but is not
guys,
shot
let's
rock.
go.
And
She's got this in
Yeah,
these
and that's
two.
exactly why the Howard team wanted to put that even with
anything
the
over
other
here?
2, so that Sherry won't be shot if she
She's
makes
probably
that.
running this one in
So-
for 2.
That looks like the easiest one for 2.
Yeah, I think we gotta guard that one then.
so this is what the Howard team's doing right now, is figuring out how does the Middaugh team score, and then how do they score more than one, and they
Right.
want to prevent that. So they're guarding the middle blue rock, which she will use to run back if it's accessible to her, and she would be able to potentially double out both yellow rocks and score 2 herself. So that's the rock they feel is the most dangerous.
Right. Now, does Sherry
That's the way
right
she
now
gets to.
have the outturned tap on her own for one? She can see.
Yeah, based on how Carly's first rock came down and traveled, if you get close to the guard, for sure you're going to make contact with that blue rock and be able to tap it up. But at this point, the Middaugh or the Howard team would be okay with
Giving up one.
giving up one because they have hammer. That's called to force, and that's what teams are often looking to do when the other team has hammer. Force them to 1
Straight,
point.
yep, straight. Straight. Hard straight.
Carly's got a lot of weight on this one.
Jess is trying a little bit of an audible herself, but
Oh dear.
oh no.
And that just opened it up. She just was just really heavy for a guard.
Yeah, very heavy.
Yep. You gotta go this way.
Carly will not be happy with that one.
I am seeing the other way, but I know it's tighter.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
The other way is better. If you're seeing that, I think it's there. You got to throw it, hard.
Yeah.
So
I think
we were
there.
talking about the double
I
that she
agree.
could make to
Nice
score
work.
2 with using the run back, but now she doesn't have to run the rock back. She could
No.
just make contact directly with the blue rock.
A little easier
A
now.
little easier.
Yeah, so really I guess she's going to throw normal takeout weight. She just needs to hit half a rock of this blue one, and
Pardon me?
she can score 2.
As long as we get by the guard. Yeah, it's pretty thin, but. Yeah. Yeah.
So not a lot of ice here, so I'm expecting to see this
Yeah.
one pretty firm weight.
Yeah.
Right out of her hand.
She's definitely got contact with her blue rock.
She's close. Oh,
She just hit
I
it a little
thought
too
she had
thick.
it. Yes.
Yeah, and it hit a little too thick, and instead of rolling into the side of the yellow, kind of rolled up
Okay,
over the top
so
of it.
a steal of
one.
1 for Team Howard here makes it a 3-2 score after 3 ends. We'll be back shortly.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Access Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just a short drive north of Toronto, Vaughan is the ideal destination for your next road trip adventure. Go to visitvaughan.ca.
Well, Janet, I think the Howard team got away with one there.
Oh,
I'm
did
good.
they ever?
Tight if you can.
Yeah, unfortunate for Carly, her guard just didn't work out. It did give Sherry a shot for 2, but turns out Howard did steal a point, so we have a 3-2 score here going into the 4th end.
So as they've started the other ends, when they haven't had hammer, the Howard team calls for that rock out in the free guard zone. And the Middaugh team's going to counter with a come around. It's funny.
Line's really
These
good.
teams will have played each other, not in these exact configurations,
Yeah.
but a number of times over the season. And
Hard line. Yep, you got it. Keep going, keep going.
teams tend to have a
Yep,
pretty
keep going, you got it.
defined playbook. So you kind of,
Keep going, keep
we're
going,
going to
you
do
got
this,
it.
they're going to do that. It's always interesting when somebody throws a different tactic at you.
Yes,
But
we should start trying that,
Yeah,
Janet,
we
on our
should.
team,
Yeah,
just
just
to
change
throw
it up.
people off.
yeah. But I'm not sure. Tess, who is a exceptional lead, is really kind of struggling with her draw weight
She
this
is,
morning.
yeah.
A little heavy, a little light, and that is not something you would expect to see.
Top 4.
Line's good.
So this gives the Howard team an
Yep.
opportunity
Line
Yep.
right
for
now.
their lead
Yep,
to
go
draw
line.
one in behind
Line.
their own center guard. Unfortunately, great sweeping by Steph and Grace there. Hold that one off the guard.
Nice shot by Justin.
So using
What
that
weight
blue
looks
rock
good?
that Tess dropped short of the
So
rings,
curl a little bit
because
here.
it's their
You
own
like
color,
here?
the Middaugh team is allowed to remove that from the
Yeah.
three-guard zone. So they're going to attempt,
It just is.
they
Yep.
may be thinking about
Yep.
instead a draw. So they're going to keep both sides. They're kind of going to cover.
Just bite the 8.
Well, right now that blue rock is Sherry's advantage. It's almost like a bit of a corner guard. It's a side guard.
Bit of room right now.
She's down and she has hammer,
Okay,
so
bit of room. Can you
I
wait?
agree with this. I would just leave that one there for now and
Line's getting
draw
better.
into the rings.
We're all there.
Okay.
That's good.
Whoa, whoa,
She's
whoa,
on a
no
bit of a
bounce on
different
this
line
Getting
than
better.
Jess's rock was.
Yep, make sure we're to
She's
it.
got more room by the
Tap,
guard, but
tap.
that's okay because
Yeah, very nice test. 14-9.
That's a nice shot by
that is a
Tess
nice
Bobby.
shot. Yeah. Impossible to remove that blue rock without removing the yellow at the same time.
Big
And
The blue?
Okay.
I like that now.
so Carly's asking Grace to just draw another one in on top, and they're sort of creating
3,
this
4,
stack
4.
of rocks.
Hard.
Okay, but Grace is a little bit light, they're saying, and so they're going to play it as a guard.
Where are we? 2.5. Okay. Line's great. We're still going.
They don't really want to leave this in a double peel situation because Sherry is going to go up and peel those guards.
Yeah, exactly.
Double peels thin. Yep. Half a rock. Half a rock.
So what happens here, because these two, she's saying this is a thin double peel, that the first rock she's going to hit is going to, it could spin sort of towards the house or towards that blue one.
So they're going to, they're trying to make a peel curl, which is never a good sign.
Good.
But
That.
just as you suggested,
Yeah.
Very nice.
and tapped their own blue rock into the
And
rings.
that's actually a great
Excellent
shot. She now has a corner guard, and she just put her blue one in the house behind it.
That's
So
right. So it's important
Right on
that the
top.
Howard
We can
team
bump it. They got
changes
that
up the
though.
angles a bit.
We bump it. I don't mind just freezing in here.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, now the Howard team has to be careful here. Sherry's got hammer. You could run back that yellow one onto Sherry's
Blue one, yeah.
rock. Don't worry about the fact that, well, Sherry's sitting second and third, and that is a little scary for the Howard team. So they're putting another one in the
freezing.
house.
Yeah. It's a call. Line's good. Room. Top 8. Weight's good. Just little left. Weight's
Whoa.
good.
It's got a curl.
If you can.
It's got a curl. Yep. Yep.
Straight.
Yep. Straight. Hard. 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 Gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
So that, I'd say the sweepers got a
Okay,
bit
that's
fooled
okay.
on that one. They were saying
Nose.
top 8.
I think just with a 9. Try and stay right there. Yeah, you basically have to get the nose to clip that. Yeah, like you can even throw 9.5. Don't mind 9.5 and keep your shooter there. So come up
Yeah,
a bit.
so it's getting a little dangerous here for the Howard team. Now Sherry's going to hit this one on the nose and unlock the yellow one that is sitting on the 8-foot, and she'll have 2 blues in the house and a third blue really close to the house if she hits this properly.
Yeah! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yes, yeah, whoa! Great shot, Megan. Good.
Those are 2 really great shots from Megan Ballston. So the Howard team needs to, recognizing that things are not going their way, they need to start eliminating blue rocks and keep this end in hand with no more than giving up a 2.
Like peel.
Like into the.
So
Out
Steph
turn?
can make 2 of these blues go away, not necessarily the guard out front and one of the ones in the rings. they'd be okay with that. The
a hair
Middaugh team
up.
will go open side,
Nose.
and there'll be a sequence of hits on the open rock, I would think, unless someone makes an error. Oh, jeez.
You got it.
Sorry. Little speed wobble there from
Speed
Steph.
wobble. We've all done it.
All done it. Great control.
Recovery.
To get back.
Yep.
I just missed the line call on that a bit.
Julie? So I guess not. You like that?
So
What's that?
we talked
Is it
about
in the ring or no?
Yeah, this is in
the
the
Duncan
rings.
team and two
They
of the
both
girls
are?
being on
Yeah.
Yeah.
mat leave from
Okay.
curling
But
for
they have
the month
that.
because they're
Yeah, I'm still
just
good
gave
I like
birth
the
at the end
split.
of March. But there's,
Yeah, back 8 weight, back
I think
12.
from the lack
About a quarter of a rock.
of play and the lateness of the season, there's a bunch of injuries going around on different teams. And I know that Steph's actually been playing out here with a broken toe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. she
So
is.
I'm sure that doesn't
Steph
feel
Matheson, yeah.
so comfortable.
Yeah. So Sherry's calling, I believe, to split these rocks. It's a good call. Again, we talked that it's a tough
Where?
shot. She could actually just
Whoa,
forget
whoa.
about that and just draw way over to the other side
Mm-hmm.
and sit 3. Yes, there might be a double, but then you're still going to get your 2. So
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
That worked out really well for them. There's not
shot
any
by
easy
Julie
doubles,
Tippin.
There's a double, but it's
but I
you
think
gotta hit it hard. Do you want to roll?
they need to just start
Still
trying to
gotta
group
throw
some
it big.
rocks in
Do you
hopes
like
that they
peel?
make a double somewhere along the way. But
How much? It'll move a little bit. Yep.
it does look like if something were
Well, yeah.
required that they could see that rock that's in the back 8 foot. You can fully see it. So
this is a good call, and you could be aggressive with this. Throw
Little
the
soft
up
8.
weight because you got 2 options. There may be a double, but the hit and roll would be just as good.
Weight's good. Hard.
so we're close.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
On off, and follow it through.
Nice shot,
That's
Steph.
a great shot by Stephanie.
Yeah, really, really good. She gets shot
I mean,
rock.
yeah, she got shot rock out of it. Now it is open. Jerry can get at it,
Little high side.
but by doing that, what
Right
the
here?
roll did is group
Might be able
the
to
rocks, so
go.
Sherry can't really. She can remove it, but
Probably
she's
will
going to
curl a
stick
little
right
bit
there,
here.
and it will give Howard a couple of chances to get out of this.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Megan. Hard, Megan. Hard.
So they're looking to try and help it curl.
Very nice.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Gotta get a roll under.
Yeah, so that rock is fully open.
Yeah. This nice board.
They're going to play some easy weight and see if they can get just past the nose and maybe roll a little underneath.
Yeah, we have to be careful of that for sure. Just easy board. Try to get a flop. I think so.
Should curl nice here. Based
I
on
think
the
so.
draw.
Yeah, just be careful. 'Cause I think you could pull it out, but yeah, board.
Clean. Yep.
So first
Clean,
rock for
clean.
Carly Howard in the 4th end, facing 2 Middaugh rocks. Would love to get a little roll here after making this hit.
Straight. Whoa.
She's close. Think it rolls just a little. Well, not bad because then the jam is there. I think it's still there. I think
They
the little backline weight Sherry can probably get at this one.
and it's unfortunate they didn't remove that blue rock from play.
Yes,
So,
yes, that's right.
They needed,
there?
yeah,
Should we get, yeah.
really came down in a fresh path out there, they're saying.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. If
Just through weight.
if you got the roll, that wouldn't be a problem.
It's-
but
it's
the
more about the
problem is you
line.
rolled too much. So now Sherry can sit 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sherry's just playing a backline weight herself, looking to keep her her
So
rock
like a
in play.
95, do you think?
Depending on where Sherry rolls or leaves this rock, there could be a run back double for Carly on her last one if she wants to take it on.
Yeah, don't love that.
Huh?
Don't love that when you're running back rocks on Skip's last to limit the damage.
Yeah.
Different if it's your shot to score a bunch. So this is moving early towards the yellow guard that's out front. She's definitely making contact and rolling
roll
another rock
on.
into the rings with that nice controlled weight. That worked out for them that way because it is Danger Bay for the Howard team right now with this many rocks in play.
Yeah, Sherry
really
just
see
looked like
myself.
she slid inside the broom on that one. Never really got out to it.
Like
So
11?
recognizing that
There.
there's too many blue rocks in the rings, the Howard team is going to eliminate one. And what they need to get out of this is they need to sit for second
I gotta
shot
nose
at
it.
the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They're play it on the nose, recognizing that that does leave Sherry a double, but it is a 6-foot
You like to
double.
freeze at all?
We're talking
Yes.
about freezing.
No.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
How do we give up a
Like to
lot of
the-
points there,
If
Mary?
you love
Never
it,
from her.
If you love it, I'll buy it, but.
What do you guys think?
Is the double hard, if we know?
Okay, girls,
It's
look at the
pretty flat.
scoreboard.
It's kind of,
That's a tough double. Tough shot. Basically knows it. What kind? 11? Kind of weight?
So
11?
important that the whole team commits to this shot, and it sounds like the front end just asked some questions, which is great, and exactly what they should do, and had the Carly take a second thought and just consider that this is exactly the shot they want to play and the shot they want to leave.
11.
They are going hard for line early and cleaning it, so it looks like it must be close. Yeah. So the double is there, but there is some danger in that,
throwing
and
it,
so recognizing that they don't want to go down another point on the scoreboard, Sherry's going to draw,
Yeah.
and the game will be tied, and we'll be at the halfway mark. So
Yeah, I mean, if Sherry tries that double, I mean, and she misses it, gives up another point, she's down 2 points. So this is what you would call a veteran call.
exactly.
She's just going to take her single
Yep,
and tie up the game.
that's right.
Go T-line.
And
410.
Sherry's a great player, but she's I wouldn't, think that the big weight across the house double is the shot she loves to play. I think she loves to play this draw to the
Yes, she
forefoot.
does. However, I don't know if you watched the game against Holman last night. She made a beauty cross ice
missed it.
double
Oh, yeah,
to
nice.
sit 3 and force Rachel
I
to
did
draw
s-
against
yeah,
the
yeah.
loss.
Oh no, and I'm not being dismissive
Yes.
of Sherry and her talents at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I just think you're right. Veteran call, recognize scoring is important.
Hold draw. 15.
Looks good to
Great shot,
me.
Sherry.
All right,
Yeah,
so
very nice.
Yeah.
So
the
tie
Middaugh
game.
team takes a point and ties this game up 3-3, and we're going to have a fourth end break. We'll be back in a few moments.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Summer Fresh. Real food you can feel good about every day. Thank you to our silver sponsor, Lois Warren and Associates Incorporated. Trusted insurance for lawyers.
Welcome to Wheels.
Wheels.games, your free casino.
Oh, fantastic.
Wheels.games, your free casino.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts Championship, brought to you by Curl On. My name is Mary Chilvers, and I'm joined today by Janet Murphy. We are at the Thornhill Club in Thornhill, Ontario. Just finished 4 ends of play here in the semifinal game. Starting end number 5, and we have a tied score here.
Yeah, line's really good.
Of 3 apiece. So it's been a very entertaining game so far here, and I expect the same in the next 4 ends.
Can't hurt it. Very nice, Tess. 17-2.
Tess Bobby starting off this end with a centerline guard. And Justin Murphy plays lead for this team now. Justin used to be the skip. They've shuffled things around now that Jess is working full time and doesn't seem to want to worry about practicing as much. Skip is a big role on a team like this, so she's decided to step down to lead. Now we have Carly Howard is going to be skipping this team moving forward next year. That's a great shot by Justin. Maybe a little bit light on that one. Gives Tess a chance here to come around, and would love to just maybe bite the top 4 foot here.
Line's really good. Line's good. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Hard. Okay. Roll it off. Okay, that's fine. 15-7.
We did end up this week without tiebreakers. So we top 3 teams, of course, were these 2, and then the Rachel Holman team ended up first after the round robin, and they are waiting to play later on today. They're going to play the winner of this at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
What a miss. So this is the first. They flipped the hammer, and I see the Middaugh team through a center guard.
They did, yeah.
Tess must have rubbed the guard on her
She
come
did.
around attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, figured it all out.
Line's good.
Went to go get a beverage.
Back 4. Back 8. Pull back 8.
Okay, straight side.
T-line.
You're almost going to touch center. Okay, it's going to overcurl if it's heavy. It's going to overcurl if it's heavy.
Just T.
Sit. Okay. 14-3.
It's a little deeper than they would have liked.
Top 8, top 4. That was a 14-4.
But it is nicely undercover. What a great job the Thornhill Club has done putting this event on. There's great viewing for spectators if you want to come out and watch the final live this afternoon.
Yeah.
There's lovely touches for the players and for the spectators. The
Line's
committee's
good,
really
Whip.
thought of everything. I'm super impressed.
Yes, it is. They've done a great job.
Oh, running. Running.
Back
This
Running.
event was
Right
supposed
up.
to run a couple years ago, so they've been anxiously awaiting.
A couple months ago, in January.
No, but I think they originally were before COVID.
Oh,
believe.
they had wanted to host the
Yes,
provincials
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so not the outcome that Megan would have liked on that one. And the Howard team, although they're only sitting 1, they sort of have to protect against that rock that's in the back button. So they're not just going to run and hit to lay 3, although it looks nice for a minute. It does give the Middaugh team rocks to work with that they would have a difficult time removing. So they're calling Grace to tuck another one in behind that corner guard on the wide side.
Top 8. Okay, line's good. Weight's good. Room right now. Whoa, then.
Curling.
They're saying it's a bit heavier than they wanted.
Only for line.
Seems to be coming down.
Only for line. Only for line. 15. Yep, line. Hard line.
Hard.
Make it nicely by the guard. Now it's just about placing that rock in a good spot, which that is an excellent spot, top of the 4 foot. And actually kind of covering the access to the one at the back.
I don't know. I think we might need the guard. I don't know.
Maybe try and come here?
Yeah, first,
Yeah.
I think. We could run it if we have our own in there, maybe.
Sure. I like this, Megan. Yeah, even if we're third shot. Right?
I like this call. I think it's maybe a little tough to get in there. I'm not sure. There's not a whole lot of room, but
Yeah, it's Sherry's initial thought was maybe running their blue rock back in, but after a discussion with Julie Tippin, they decided to leave that rock and get one of theirs in the rings, and maybe if later in the end, if they're running that blue in, at least they're running it into one of theirs.
Keep going, keep going.
They're saying that it's lighter than they wanted. The line is good, but no, it's just clips that guard now. Oh, I'm not gonna be happy with that.
no, like you can hear Sherry saying, you know, sometimes it's good for a skip to remind the thrower what you can do, not what you can't do, but what you can do. And in that case, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of room to come through there, so you could throw. You had to be there.
You had to
put
be
it that
there,
way. Yeah.
Even if you jiggle things around. Some teams talk about that as tolerance, but some people hate that word tolerance too. So, I mean, the tolerances make the shot.
Yeah.
So, it's Steph's shot. So she's gone down to talk to Carly about what the setup is and what the sequence of shots are going to look like. This is something that this team has done, generally does, is that the person who's throwing the shot gets to have a say in the shot if there's discussions, which really helps with the buy-in.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and I think I just fibbed because it's Grace's shot. Grace didn't go down. Steph did all the time. I thought it was Steph's rock. But Grace would be bought into the shot for sure.
Line's good.
Little for line
So
early.
she just had a nice
Line's
draw
really
in
good.
the other
Line's
path.
great. Line's great.
They like the weight and they like the line. So we should see the shot they called, and then we'll see how that works out.
Don't have to. Yeah, we're going to it though. You're gonna have to curl, maybe. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's good. That's not going anywhere. Yeah. I mean.
Curls a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just firm. I think it'll miss the back one,
Okay.
but you should get two, just because it'll drag it.
Okay.
Just firm.
Okay.
So the Middaugh, Sherry believes that by hitting what they can see of this top yellow,
Whoa.
two of the yellows will be removed from the rings. They'll drag back and clip that one that's at the back of the button. Ooh, ay. Yeah. That was not.
Oh, 52.
I actually, on that call, I wouldn't have minded actually if she just played the run back on the blue on those. And honestly, I think you could have got, with the drag effect, all of them moving. And then at least you're opening up a side there.
So right now, there are a number of yellow rocks in the rings, but they are only sitting two. So the Howard team really needs to protect those two, and they're doing that with a draw shot, looking for something sort of top 12, top 8.
Top 12. Okay. Lines okay.
Line's a little bit wider than Grace's last one was,
Yep. Straight. Yep.
but the curl is coming in nicely.
Do it. In the forefoot.
Yep. Go, Grace. Gotta go, Grace. Right to it. Lock on. Okay.
It's a nice shot by Steph,
Do you want
and
to come
they've
down, Julie?
sort of set up the similar situation, except this time the yellow rock's much more under the guard, so she can't actually see enough of it to hit it. And
All right, let's listen in and see what these girls think their options are here.
Maybe low, like, hack. We want
Like to try and get to this one?
No, like try and get, like, just sort of sliver into here, like kind of.
I'm thinking maybe just back line then.
Just back line?
Yeah, just because then we can at least, you know, go here.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's what I'm thinking with
Yeah.
a shooter.
Yeah.
Back line.
Yeah. Just back line. Yeah.
All right, the Cole's backline weight here.
So they're hoping that they'll roll their own rock under those overlapped
Line's
guards on
good.
the left-hand side of the
Yeah.
green. They're calling for line really early with a lot of emphasis. So she's close,
No,
but I
I think
think
she's
she's
on the
just going
guard.
to rub that blue guard. Oh, boy. That was great weight.
The out turn. We gotta kind of overlap. We gotta go out turn here. Otherwise, I think it might overcurl at the in turn. Where's his best spot? Or do you still like the in turn? What do you see?
I don't love the intern.
Yeah, like
Because it's
right
the
there.
outturn. If I'm only at 3, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, we're like just.
Yeah. So top 8.
Just fighting the 8-foot edge to edge with the top.
So they're asking Steph just to come down with top 8 weight, sort of protect that hit and roll that the Middaugh team has available to them. Sherry was talking with Julie, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to limit the damage for this end. But with if given the opportunity to get that rock, to get a hit and roll in under those rocks on the left-hand side of the screen, it would be difficult to remove.
Okay.
This looks way out there.
Yeah.
Just a 3-4.
Missed all the curls at the end here.
Yeah.
Hard. Ow! No.
That was really well managed by Jess and Grace. We're happy with where that rock ends up.
Make 3 go.
It's
with the
hitting
nose.
4.
Yeah, it was quite.
Oh, I know.
You had to breathe deep
Yeah,
as
like
it
I think the main thing is
curled
to keep
by
our
that
shooter.
Sure
wide blue
did,
guard,
yeah,
but
but it curled
finished.
a lot.
Yeah.
So
But if we can like get 2 to go, and keep the shooter.
yeah. So. Okay. Yeah.
Right, like this doesn't do us any good.
No. Yeah, I
think
like that. Just
think-
get 2 to go and
Yeah.
keep the shooter.
Yeah, I think
You
the
really
no.
just need a 9.
Yeah, oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure how does 2 go with a 9.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think firm.
Like, do you think this is? I feel like it's ticking it and going right on it. You think it's going?
I think it's going to miss it actually.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because that's going to go this way, so
Okay.
that should go this way.
Okay.
Yeah. But even, you know, and then if you think it's going to do that, then we got to go here. But then this is probably staying
No,
around.
you don't,
And
that's
with
fine.
all these
Yeah.
rocks in
Good.
play, it's certainly
Okay.
taking a lot of time for both teams. I'm watching, and both teams are kind of running down
Like
their
that, or a
clock
little
this
bit more
end,
for
but they
me?
do have 2 timeouts as well. They have 30 minutes of thinking time to play the game, and each team has 2 timeouts, and neither team has taken a timeout.
Try and nose it. Hopefully 2 will go.
All right, Sherry is going to throw some heat at this one a little bit, and she can get rid of, I think, 2 rocks here. But most importantly is where she keeps her shooter, if possible. I think she, hits that one on the nose. One of those back ones is going to go, and that front one might squeeze out. But if she rolls away, it's not helping her a whole lot. But Howard would just put another one in there.
Yeah, no, she did say she wants to make sure she leaves her shooter right there. It is going to roll away a bit and roll under the guard, sending a couple more of the Howard rocks under the guard as well.
Yeah, just over curled on her a little too much. So
her shot to get out of the end right now is the one Jess just indicated, that hit and roll in off the wing. So I think
She's got nothing on the blue. So you're saying kind
the
of guard
girls need
this,
to,
like, just doing
yeah, they're kind of trying to take away everything. Take away the out-turn draw to the back, as well as take away the out-turn, the in-turn hit and roll off of that yellow. It looks good if you're yellow, but it's kind of dangerous if they don't place this rock perfectly. Sherry will have a shot to take away the whole end.
4?
It's not bad here now that we've had a few rocks.
Okay. Yeah, it came in nice.
So the Howard team it doesn't even matter if they're fourth shot or fifth shot at this point. They need to set a rock sort of at the edge of the 4-foot line, taking away 2 shots. This one is very close to that blue guard again.
Full 8. We're in the 4-foot even.
Oof. Just getting by that blue guard. Oh boy. It just needs to. Oh. No.
I think we might see a timeout here.
Yeah, they need to manage the clock a bit, and that's why they're taking a timeout. Neither of these teams have a coach or an alternate here to come out, but they just need to kind of stop the clock and figure their way out. Mary, I think they needed to take that rock a smidge deeper at that point, because that Carly thinks the same thing. That in-turn hit and roll double is still there.
Or even just hit, yeah.
You got to be careful then.
Mind you, if Sherry does make that hit and roll into the back of the button, that rock that Carly just threw would be usable for that team.
That's
Right.
bad.
So let's just have a listen in, see what they discuss.
And then maybe the 4 stays there to protect it. Yeah, and that I don't see anything, right? Like the nose is fine, but I think that jams.
Yeah, which I guess is okay. Well, yeah,
No.
no, it's not okay. It's not okay if it dead jams. It's okay if that one ends up out counting it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get to the dead nose and just tick it.
Yeah.
You know.
And then hopefully it spins up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like it's 3, but 3's doable. Yeah. Yeah. Do you like the same weight then?
Yeah.
Okay. I just a little snug on you again, eh?
Like there?
Yeah.
You got, yeah.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Firm weight? Yeah.
Okay, decision made, and it's a double.
Mm-hmm.
Firm weight?
Yeah, I heard them say that they're probably going to give up 3, but they felt that was the best outcome.
That was a win at this point.
So if she makes the double, she's sitting right there, and then it'll be tough for Carly to find actually a path. Certainly that on this side of the sheet to score another point. So we might see a draw on the side of the sheet that hasn't been played.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Still holding on her.
No.
She's making contact.
Over top.
Hard test. Go, 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 go.
She couldn't go all the way. So the Howard team is still sitting 2, but has to be cautious about how they try and get a third point.
I just can't risk tapping that in.
That's right.
We're sitting out here. Play this. Finish a little bit. Yeah,
So
it should come
Carly
up.
needs this rock to be fully in the 8-foot to score a third point. They haven't played this side of the sheet all end, but they did play it. Yeah.
Go really bad.
I just think that spot's a little.
Carly's being tempted by
I
something,
know, like,
but
if I'm ever wide, I'm giving up 1.
yeah, the risk is just too great to try and play on that blue rock.
Okay. 14.5 out here?
14.5, 14.3. Yeah, something like that. It'll be slow, so just give it legs. Line's okay. Fresh the whole way.
They like the
Wider
line.
than we want to be. Sweep for 7. Starting to move a little. Line's good.
Should start to move
for
once it
7.
hits that hog
Yeah,
line.
15-3.
15-2.
No, just a little light.
Too yellow. Too bad.
So 2 yellow. It's the final score of end number 5 here. That puts Howard up 5-3, and we will be back in a moment.
Thank you to our gold sponsor, Del Manor, Inspired Retirement Living. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Melita. Join the pursuit for better coffee.
Well, Janet, I think the Middaugh team will be happy that it was just a 2-point.
Yeah, they certainly were. There was a lot of precise shot making by the Howard team, and Sherry with some smart decision making at the back of the end there to limit the damage, and then unfortunately an unforced error by coming up a little light on that fresh side of the sheet. But honestly though, if you start the end and are told you're going to get a 2, you're also happy. So I think it's important for the Howard team to recognize that they made a lot of really good shots that end, and they got a 2 out of it.
Okay, halfway, Tess. Right here.
So we're back to the 6th end where even ends, and everybody loves to score in the 6th end. It gives you 2 hammers
Halfway.
to the other team's 1 hammer, and the Middaugh team will be throwing a corner guard to try and get this end
Line's really good.
in their favor.
Yeah, running a bit. There it goes. Yeah, it's nice line now. Yep, good.
Not a big ad.
3. What's your other off?
Okay. Line's good. A little bit of room.
Megan.
Curling already.
4.
2.5. Okay. Yep. Curl. Yep.
Just halfway tight.
Oh, easy. Yep.
Just halfway.
Yep. Then yep.
Keep going all the way.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep. Hard. You gotta go. A little bit more. Good.
Nice shot by Jess.
The T line.
Sherry just going to use that corner guard that she put up.
Yeah, so they'd
Line's
like to be
really
shot
good. Let
around
it get
the
off
corner, but
center.
it's not imperative. What is imperative is you get around and get in the rings and you're buried.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one's
line's great.
holding
Still
a bit,
got a
but starting
curl. Line's
starting
great.
its curl now. It's a little wider than they
Julie.
would have liked.
Hard, Julie. Hard.
So
Try to
the-
take this as much as
Sorry,
they
I should
can to
have
get
Julie
some
on a bit
curl,
sooner.
but
14
that's pretty
8.
much in the open. But like you say, Janet, it's in the rings, so
Yes.
that makes the other team have to go after it. And Sherry wants some rocks in play.
So I heard Charlie ask for hack weight from Grace.
Yep.
Very controllable weight.
Whoa. Yep.
Sweepers are on off, so that's generally a sign of
Yep.
close.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Well,
Yep. Good.
Really nice shot by Grace. Well,
I think just a
well managed
9.
by the brushers,
Main thing is
too.
you keep your shooter up there. Yeah, straight back. Yeah, just a 9.
So Sherry indicating
Whoa.
that she wants to keep her shooter in play.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important.
You want to make some contact with those rocks in the rings and
Yeah.
sort of splay them apart.
Great shot, Megan.
Yeah, exactly what she called. So very nice.
where's
3?
that 3?
Yeah, nice 3.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Mine's okay.
Got a curl.
Just a
Pretty
two.
out there. Yeah, curl. It's really out there.
You're really moving it, Steph.
Gotta go. Keep it moving.
You're really moving it.
Gotta go. Yep, gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. You go, 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 go. Hard. Hard. You gotta go. Go, 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 go. Hard.
A little more, a little more.
Keep it going. Good sweep, guys.
Well,
Really
that
good
was
sweep.
really nice weight on that guard. I think
Might be there with
is
Peel.
Port.
With Peel.
Definitely is.
Yep. With this.
Normally you wouldn't want to throw peel at this, but that's the only way you're going to get through this hole.
That's right,
Is
you
with
gotta navigate that.
a lot of weight so that the rock stays straight.
Whoa. Close. Whoa. 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 Julie. Hard. Hard. Oh, so close.
Oh.
You threw it really good, Megan.
Sorry. The crowd moans.
Yeah.
Little left.
The commentator moans.
Ooh, ah.
ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was
Same as you, Grace?
really tight hole. So now Steph's going to take her turn at throwing the guard on this rock.
Yeah, well, they just threw this so they'll have a good idea of the line here.
2, little higher than Grace.
Guards are not as easy to
3.
place
Hey,
as
let
you
it
may
work.
think.
3. Weight's good. Okay.
Line looks
You're
a
gonna
little
have to
better
curl.
on this one.
Almost biting. Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's good.
Yep.
3.
Yep. I'd like a 3.
Straight curl.
Yep. 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 Curl. Hard. 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 You gotta go. 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 Go.
So this time they definitely closed up the hole.
They did.
Just let us know
Yeah.
curl is straight. Sorry.
They did.
Yeah, good weight.
So again, she can double these off and keep her shooter in play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
this
it's
is going to
overcurled
overcurl.
early. So now they're trying to not leave that rock guarded, which they have. So I think you'll see the Howard team kind of tuck in behind
Was
that
it
blue,
touch around it.
prevent any kind of run back.
The line. Okay, take curl a little earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good shot.
It
They
is.
got. They did
Think we
get it
gotta
around.
hit it high
They
just
kept the
open both
run
sides.
back
Yep.
not
Can't make the
accessible,
run
but
back
you
there.
can now make the double peel.
Can, yes. But you know, if I'm Carly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let her make the double peel. And that is such a good guardable rock in there. And it's getting late in the end, so,
They'll throw a guard
you know,
back on
so you
top
can
of
set
it.
up for a steal.
Yeah.
Steal or a force, of course, which would be great for the Team Howard. Nice shot there.
About there.
Julie?
Just outside the 8 foot. Yep. Actually, give me 8 foot. I'll guard the other.
So Janet, I was just saying how,
'Kay,
you know,
good.
guards are not the easiest shots to make. Like this one needs to be placed perfectly, but if anything, it needs to cover the side where those corner guards are, because if she leaves it half open on the other side, Sherry will have a chance at a little hit and roll over behind those corners, and she could still actually score a couple points.
Line's
Yeah.
good.
It's always important to know what you're
Easy
guarding.
for line.
Yes.
Line's good. You're gonna have to
This
curl.
looks like it's quite out on a wider
does.
path, and they're saying, yeah, they Carly must have just slid a little past the broom on that. No,
It's not.
no. Yeah, that's a real unforced error there, unfortunately.
Yeah, if she'd had a little more weight on that, they could have obviously got a little more curl on it as well. But
Sorry, we have a bit of air. Yep. I think hack.
So that's interesting. Sherry's choosing to roll behind the yellow guard as opposed to behind those staggered blues. I guess recognizing even if she does get behind her blues, it'll force the Howard team to draw around the guard that they put out there and outcount those anyway.
Roll Megan's way. Hack.
I don't know. I like rolling behind the corners because I think what would happen, Howard would, if she made the perfect roll, Howard would just freeze to her rock. Right here, if Sherry rolls perfectly, but it's such a long guard that Carly could still get at it.
Yeah. I smell what you're cooking, Mary.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it smell good?
Yeah. So that rock rolled a little past where they wanted it to, and Carly and Jess are going to reference a hit that Carly had played a few ends ago in sort of this area.
Yeah, it should be up to speed.
Board weight is the call. Yeah, board weight. Make sure you get rid of that. We've seen where, you know, you throw board weight at a shot like this. She's got to, you know, get as much as you can see of that. And there's a lot of house that this rock needs to travel through, the blue rock. So make sure it gets out first, and then hopefully stick around, and Sherry will have to make a play on it if she wants to blank the end.
Clean at a hand, so that's a good sign.
Whoa. No, off. Curl the stick. Coming off. Curl the stick.
So they've definitely got contact. Now they're talking about how to manage the rock.
Sticking, but okay, good. Good shot.
It's really good.
11-9.
Perfect.
And the Middaugh team is going to choose the blank, and that's a win for the Howard team, I would think.
It is, and then if, you know, so it's always interesting, 7 end out of 8 ends on what the strategy would be. Howard being up 2, she would love to force Sherry to take a point in the 7th end.
That's right.
And then be 1 up with coming home.
And that's a good throw by Sherry.
Great shot by Sherry. So the score will remain 5-3. Howard over Middaugh. After 6 ends of play, we'll be back in a moment.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Summer Fresh. Real food you can feel good about every day. Thank you to our silver sponsor, Spokes and Sports, Toronto's curling store.
Okay, 7th end. Just really listening to Sherry saying to her team that they are going to go hard for their 2.
And the Howard team would be okay with that.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't want to make sure they don't give up any more than 2.
Yeah.
Ideally, they'd like to force to 1, as you said, and have the advantage on the scoreboard and the last rock advantage coming home.
Mine's good.
So they've asked for this first rock from Jess to be
straight side.
a tight guard.
Diving now.
Yeah, they don't want to put this first rock. Oh, just not happy with that. They don't want to put it in the rings. They normally would if you're up a couple, but not in the 7th end here because Sherry's team could essentially just hit and blank the end out. So put the rock in front of the ring. Sherry can't hit it, and she's going to be forced to come around it.
Line's good. Line's good. Running a bit. Line's good. Line's good. Close,
Sweepers
Megan.
like the weight.
Room, 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 room. Just right here, not too deep. We're gonna poke out the other side. Nice shot, Tess. 14-8.
That's a great rock placement from Tess Bobby.
You like on top? Yeah. Okay.
The reason for that is that when the Howard team freezes to this, the rock's only in the 12-foot, and Sherry can choose to go to the wing, sort of set up her 2 that way, and keep the Howard team busy hitting out there. And it's a pretty
I think it's gonna be a little
low
light.
pressure score of 2.
It's really light. Okay. Can you curl then? Curl then.
This looks like we got out onto that path that Carly was on from 2 ends ago. And just comes up a little light.
Yeah, Carly
More
came up
wide.
light in that
Yeah.
spot too.
Yeah.
T-line.
And Sherry's doing exactly what you said, Janet. She's going to go to the wing. And you know, that's a good call because the
Line's
Howard
good. Tier
team
better.
are going to be forced to hit it because they can't risk giving up more than 2.
That's right.
So Sherry will just keep them busy over there hitting that one, and then we'll make her move later on in the end
Yeah,
if
it's
she
really
can.
running. Yeah, 14-2.
Looked a little quick at the hog line, and
Will
Good
it
pair, Tess.
stick around? It just
does.
hangs on.
Yeah, and that's all it needs to do.
Yeah.
Well, if we freeze on top, we're second. Okay? It's either that or we come around. Okay? Do you like going through the hole? We can go this way too. It curls nice with the out. Okay?
So they're talking about going back to that freeze because they would at least be second shot now counting that one at the back. And maybe get a better setup in the middle for them as the end plays out. They know this path. It's played with a series of shots in the 6th end. Or
Weight's
sorry,
good.
5th end.
Top 8.
Have a good read on this.
Whoa, top 12. We're bumping. Okay, then we gotta go back. Top 4. Too heavy. Okay. Stay close. Almost T-line. We're T-line. Curl. 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 Hard curl. Hard. Hard. You gotta go hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go. Hard.
So recognizing that Grace was a bit heavy, they
Right here?
opted to try and
Okay.
go around those rocks in the middle.
Like
Didn't quite
half?
bury as much as they would have liked.
Hacker board. We just got to make sure we stay here. What do you think for weight? Hack. Okay. Hack is good because it'll curl. Just can't stay there. I think so, yep. Hard! Hard!
We're looking for hack weight on this one. Brushing it. It's unfortunately going to make contact with that front guard, which is, not ideal at all.
You just got to throw that one with authority just because it does curl.
Hit. I think. Yeah. Okay, hit and roll. Like board?
So Carly looking to hit this, but kind of wants to roll over a bit to not set up a double for Sherry. And still sit 1 and 2.
Weight's good.
Board. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close.
this.
Yep.
That's a
I
great
like
shot.
that control weight that they're throwing in.
Do you like that? It's either that or you hit and roll there. Try and keep that in. Well, what was initially, what did you like?
The outcome's better if you make that one. The roll.
Pardon me? Oh, sure. Okay.
A long way to roll.
9.5. Okay.
I like this. Sherry's first call was quite aggressive. If you can make this, it's always not a problem when you're sitting second and third shot when you have the hammer. So I like it.
Yeah.
Curl it, Tess.
They're not
Curl it, Tess.
happy with the line right now, but
It might be
trying to
jamming
make
here.
a curl. Trying to make a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that one good.
Sometimes I wonder, Janet, on those ones, if you don't come the other turn,
Yeah.
the hit and roll,
I know.
inside out.
I prefer inside out for it.
Well, I think you're going to get, I don't know, I just think you're going to get a little more curl, like coming outside in there. I mean, it's, we know usually on most ice surfaces, it's very straight with hit weight.
Yeah.
So.
Not as much room for management by the brushers.
Right, yeah.
You so often take the brushers right out of the
Yeah.
equation, which we've done right here. But they're okay too, even if they just, they're sitting two, and the force is definitely on, and Sherry recognizing that it's going to become a little more offensive and go to her draw shot in behind those guards.
Line's good. Line's good. Got to be in front of the tee line. Close line. Whoa, running.
Running generally means that the rock has a little more weight on it than they're looking for. That's kind of
not curling.
It's not curling
because
yet.
of that.
Yeah.
Because of the weight. And this one's
definitely going through the 4 foot.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's going to go past. Yeah, so it does sit second shot. So the Howard team has to be cognizant of that.
Top 4. They're half in.
Okay, so just biting 4, right?
Yep.
Fully even.
15's close. Julie has. Good ad.
Nice. Top 4.
Okay, line's good.
Top
Steph
4.
liked it out of her hand. She said to the sweepers, and now it's just about managing the line.
Full lead is fine.
Yep.
Switch.
Yep.
Sweepers are going for weight.
Line's really good. Straight. Yeah.
Line's
Get
good.
in there. Just let me go. Get in there. Hard. Hard. Full in.
Yeah, that was a mistake there. The brushers
All
needed
here?
that needed to be a
Yeah.
rock that was in the second shot position.
Hack. Yeah. We have to overroll it.
I like board.
Pardon me?
Board.
Sure. Board or hack?
Board.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going crazy here anymore.
Okay.
Board weight. Close.
Oh, line's good.
Close. Close.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa. Curl it, Tess. Or roll it this way. Whoa, Megan.
Whoa.
Megan.
It's not going to curl under where they wanted to. So they got
Good
caught in
throw, Julie.
between both rolls.
Roll here. I like board. Steph didn't move, so here. Yeah.
So Carly can afford to roll this rock a few feet.
Board?
As long as she gets
They're
in,
not really
in
moving
for
much
shot
there.
behind
Julie's is 11 and
the sequence of yellow rocks out front. They'll be happy with that. Honey.
Just board.
rock is curling. They're trying to hold it. Kind of lost it on the line call. They were on, off, and it really jumped hog line in on them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right there. And maybe we might get a jam out of it. Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, just
Yeah.
a bit of piece here.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think this at the deepest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yours curl. Mine will curl. We gotta make sure we get by, right? I'm thinking here. For me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so she's obviously coming around these yellow
Pardon me?
rocks.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of where she
yeah, we
wants
are, but this is still the good
to end
stuff.
up, it's
Even
quite
a little bit more for me, Julie.
important.
Yeah.
You know, not just to get around the guards,
Yeah. Oh, I
but
think this is gonna be
to be able to prevent Team Howard from perhaps drawing in there and cutting her down.
Yeah, yeah. So I think she indicated she sort of wants to be top 4 with a little bit tucked behind. Any kind of weight play at it by the Howard team risks the potential jam with those rocks in the left-hand side of the sheet. So, yeah, bite of the 8, half tucked. There we go.
Bite of the 8?
Yes,
that's
what she said.
Okay.
Bite of the 8, half tucked.
Felt like a lot.
What's close? Yes, if you...
Rushers think it's
Yellow!
close.
Line!
Seems to be.
Line! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa!
It's a little deeper than they want, I think. 13.8 was the hog-to-hog time, so I think it's, yeah, that's an unforced error.
I'm gonna need more. Yeah.
So it looks like
Pretty
they're
good
going
jump
to
around
try to just come around everything here, Janet. Put one on the top button. Other option is just to put it even with the other ones.
That's right.
Block that whole side.
Yeah.
Sherry, what would she have to get a point?
Well, she is, yes. So, she would have, yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. So sometimes people, you know, they don't look at those options. But we'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be as precise as maybe the team is going to play it. It's more about depth.
Right. And
they're saying back 4, which is, and they're saying back 8. And her time is about the same as Sherry's was. So this is back-to-back errors by the skips. Although this one has come down significantly more than Sherry's.
It has. So, yeah, like, and this is fine, you know, for the Howard team because they're accomplishing their goal by forcing.
Wow. I'd like to take the curl out of it.
Actually, Middaugh has a shot for 2 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to your point, if they'd left that one up on the top of the M in Summerfresh or a little further into the green.
Yes.
Where does Sherry draw for a second point?
What's that?
And she can't hit to set 2. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
Back line. That good?
I think the team.
Or you think I need a bit more?
Asking Sherry
I mean, I'm probably going to throw a
to
bit
make
more
a decision
weight.
speedily.
I
They
didn't
are
see that 'cause there's a water bottle in front.
down to 2 minutes
Okay.
on the clock with a full end to play. Although they do have their 2 1-minute timeouts to stop the clock. So.
Okay, so Sherry has a shot here for 2. Tie this game up.
She's talking about throwing hack weight.
Close! 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 Yep! Yep! Hard! Clean! Clean!
Nice shot. All right, 2 points for Sherry Middaugh team here in the 7th end. That ties this game up, and we will be back in a moment.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Access Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just a short drive north of Toronto, Vaughan is the ideal destination for your next road trip adventure. Go to visitvaughan.ca.
So we're back to start off the 8th end, and the Middaugh team has one objective to steal a point. The Howard team has one objective to score a point.
Exactly. Makes it pretty simple.
Yep. So Sherry's asked us to put a tight guard, and I can be assured that the Howard team will be playing a tick on that guard.
Whoa.
Hawkish, hawk.
Close, yep. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, you gotta go, you really gotta go, you really gotta go.
Julie sweeping to get it
Oh,
out.
boy. That was close.
It could be
Just
put back.
the minute the sweepers sort of got off it, it finished up enough to.
Yeah.
Right there.
Good try.
Okay, one.
Yeah, those are tough ones.
Okay, this is the tough guard to
Line's
put
good.
perfectly for a lead, is to
A
try to
little
get this
wider
just
line.
over the hog line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this
Yeah.
it's a bit lighter, they're saying, but
Well,
it's probably closer than they want it to be to the other guard, which will, although can't be removed yet, when the Howard team does get a chance, it'll be not as difficult of a double peel as it could have been.
Oh, they're going around, Julie.
Not a huge ad, good rotation though.
Wait,
Hey, line's good.
7.
No, room right now.
7.
Okay, whoa then.
Oh, heavy.
Hey, whoa. Line's not great. No.
14.
Just by the top four. Hold that, top four. Yep.
Top
Yep,
left.
yep.
Yeah, the weight's not bad on this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little deeper than they would have liked, and it's interesting. Sherry's calling a freeze to this. Mary, I like actually moving this rock at this point.
Well, what I was just going to say is
Line's
that
good,
rock,
little tight, yep.
Jess's second rock there, the closer you can get that to the button, biting the button without being behind the tee line, the better. Because it's really going to help them. Like your opposition who has the hammer definitely has to deal with that because it's so close. It's a
horrible
a
rock.
steal shot really. So
So
that freeze did not work out for the
yeah,
team.
No. Megan will not be happy with that. Not only did she not make the called shot, she rubbed off one of the center guards and split open. So now there's only a single rock in the middle that the Howard team has to peel.
Whoa. Just clean. Don't fall.
Good, Grace.
Nice peel by Grace.
Line's good. Gotta be right here is perfect. Yeah. Leave it a little higher. Continue to do that. Continue to do that.
Yep.
You've got to drag it out. Go, go, go.
Hard!
Miss it.
so
Okay, 14-7.
Grace definitely won't be happy with that shot.
No.
I guess
Top 4.
she must have just been a little tight on release. So I was listening into Julie and Sherry planning out their tactics for the remainder of the end based on the Howard team making that peel, which didn't happen. So now they're switching gears, and they have to switch gears pretty quickly. They don't have a ton of time on their clock.
Yes, yeah, they're down
So
to
they're
a minute
in
and
a
a
bit
bit.
of hurry-up offense, but I think they have plenty of time.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to make that double peel back in the middle again.
Oh my God, that hurt so much.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. You got it, everyone. Go, go.
Gotta go.
Yeah, still leaves kind of a center guard out there for the Middaugh team. So even if they don't get this one in the rings, if they could get it just biting top 12 directly behind the yellow long guard, where there's no double available.
The line is good. They were worried early that it might have been a bit
so you don't
tight
wanna be
to the
heavy
guard,
here.
but this one looks like sweepers are standing well away from the rock, knowing it's going to go deep. I mean,
yeah, anything short there would have been.
yeah.
Yeah, see, Sherry's just saying what I was saying, that just call that to like a top 12.
Yeah,
you need
that was
another
fun.
guard. This guard's not that great for you anyway. That's the importance of communication out on the ice with all the players. So what are the options? And what's the audible?
Okay, so Steph's made a nice peel here. The thing that's a bit tricky for the Howard team potentially is the two corner guards might make life difficult at some point for their draw path.
Yeah, and then like there.
It's okay. It's all right.
That too tight? Do we need a bit more actually?
Yeah, all Carly really wants to make sure is that she has
Does that look like
a
good
shot
ice?
with her last rock, like an open shot. So she's talking about continuing
Top
to
4.
peel a rock
15?
out front, or depending on when Sherry puts this, she may have access to it with a hit. Gonna get a clock on this one.
Line's good. Easy, easy, whoa! Whoa!
So
Whoa, line's
line
getting
looks
better,
pretty
whoa!
good.
Front of the tee
It
line!
really starts to curl once it gets towards that center line. So that rock really traveled through the slide path for most of its run, and therefore kind of the weight came off a little quicker than they expected.
Time, yeah. Sorry, time. Thanks.
So they're just going to take a minute on
Janet,
their
they need
timeout.
their coach
Yeah,
to go out.
What should I tell them here? Yeah.
Well, let's have a listen and see what they say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. All right, nose. I think either peel. I don't really. She's gonna put something kind of up here.
We know this draw path. Like I threw it and it was not bad for speed.
Just play this now.
Yeah, I play a draw now.
She'll
She's
try to freeze
gonna have to either
tap,
freeze or bump it, or
and then you'll have the same thing back.
yeah.
I don't love
What's
the
your gut?
peel just simply because she will block.
Yeah, the peel is not doing much.
Add a lot of value. Okay.
No.
So you can
I can-
nose the back one.
Yeah, she'll either freeze or she'll come around. She'll probably come around.
she'll probably try to tuck it again, and then you've got pin. The only risk with this is if you ever
Go deep
here,
or high.
or
This curled a lot. Sherry's curled a lot. I think you can definitely be above tee and tucked.
what's your gut?
Like both. I mean, this, she's got to out-count it.
Yep, I like
Got to
that.
make a shot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
11? Yeah, I like that.
Shot you call. One, you want to make it. So their thought process behind this is nose hit and their shot. So Sherry then will have to play down to it.
Yep.
Or freeze in front of it, and they're still going to have the entire 4 foot available for them for Carly's last shot.
11?
Yeah, I like this. I think it gives them lots of options. And if Sherry does then try to freeze to it and it isn't precise, Carly can hit them, double them both out.
Yeah. And I can hear Sherry talking because another option is she can ignore all of this and then just try and draw around the one that she just threw. It looks like Carly this rock either picked or she rolled it.
Well, I don't even know what happened. Oh,
Yeah.
she's admitting she threw it poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be there.
She just,
She's
I
not
think,
gonna
got that
mistake,
moving
but
towards the target.
Even if we're
going here?
That's okay.
What do you guys like? Yeah, I like coming around. Sorry. Yeah, I do. Little less.
Okay, so Sherry's decided to play the tuck around
Pardon
and get
me?
a big piece of
I
the
think
4
that
foot she
weight was
can
great. I think it just
around the
connects.
blues on the right hand side, and leaving Carly the 4 foot for draw for the win. So right now I can imagine all the sweepers are thinking about weight.
Line's great.
Yeah, hard then! Line's great! Hard! Line's good! You got it! Good!
I like the weight and I seem to like the line.
Yeah,
Brushes are
line's
staying very
fine.
calm.
Line's fine. It's all about the weight now.
As much of the board you can.
Yeah, it's a very nice shot. So Carly would have been thinking this through for the last minute or so. And
He's so nice.
Yeah, Sherry actually
Oh.
went a little deep on that one. I think she would have wanted that a little bit more in front of the tee line. But, Carly has to draw for the win. So
yeah, and Carly's not following the same path that Sherry did. She's not looking to be close to any blue rocks. She just straight draw to the
4 foot. Yeah. So here we go. Last shot of the semi-final of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Carly Howard throwing. Just a draw to the 4 foot for the win. Yeah.
Line's good. Sweeper 7.
Sweepers are on it early.
Running!
You're holding it pretty good. Line's good.
It's really
Sweeper
running.
7. Just curling now.
They got to go on it.
Yeah. 15, I think it's a bit
15-2.
light.
Yep. Keep going, Grace. Hard. You got it. You got it. Hard.
Does she have it? Does she have it?
Oh, what great brushing.
Just
makes
gets it to the 4 foot for the win. What a nice shot by Carly Howard and the sweepers who put it right on the 4 foot for her.
Yeah, that was a really, really pressure draw and well made.
It was. So that eliminates Team Middaugh. They've had a great run here, and that puts the Carly Howard team into the final. And we will be back here at 2 p.m. to show you that final. It'll be Howard up against Homan. Until then, everyone have a great morning.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Summer Fresh. Real food you can feel good about every day. Thank you to our silver sponsor, the Thornhill Club, where golf is just the beginning. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Summer Fresh. Real food you can feel good about every day. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Del Manor, Inspired Retirement Living. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Melita. Join the pursuit for better coffee.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Access Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2022 Ontario Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just a short drive north of Toronto, Vaughan is the ideal destination for your next road trip adventure. Go to visitvaughan.ca.